Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Gusniati and I'm student in English Education Department, Local 1, Semester 2 of Sultan Haji Muhammad Idris SAmarinda State Islamic University. And in this video, I will retell about all the material contained in the Phonology course as the final exam for the Phonology course. Try to. The first material is speech and sound classification, but first of all, we should know what is phonology. So phonology is the word that comes from ancient Greek phon, which means is voice or sound, and the suffix is ology, which means word. So phonology is a science that studies sound, a branch of linguistics, and consists of two important parts, namely phonetic and phonemics. Phonetic is the study of how sounds are produced by humans, whereas phonemic, also known as phonology, which is a linguistic term that shows the difference in meanings in the form of sound produced by humans. And then there are two parts of sound classification, namely voice and voiceless. Voice is word produced when the vocal cords are almost closed and air from the lungs causes them to vibrate. All vowels are voices, while voiceless are produced when the vocal cords are open. All consonant in voiceless. Then the second material is English vowel. Vowel hit when you lower your tongue toward your lower jaw. You are making a more open vowel sound when you raise your tongue toward the roof of your mouth. You are making a more closed vowel sound. Next is vowel backless. When you extend your tongue forward towards your teeth, you are making a more front vowel sound. When you retract your tongue backward towards your throat, you are making a more back vowel sound. Next is short vowel. Short vowel are vowel sound pronounced in short from long vowel. Long vowel are that vocals usually pronounced longer than other vowels, usually around 1.5 to twice the length, more than short vowel. Next is diphthong. A diphthong is a sound made by combining two vowels, specifically when it starts as one vowel sound and goes to another. Example would be house and hide. Next is diphthong. Diphthong can be divided into three groups. The first one is centering, the second one is closing, and the third one is opening diphthongs. Next is triphthong. Triphthong English also has typical vowel sequences that consist of three sounds. They are called triphthongs. The third material is English consonant, place of articulation, and manner of articulation, as well as voice and voiceless consonant sound. Place of articulation is the where of pronunciation. It is the location of where sounds are produced. We will know where to place our tongue, teeth, and lips when creating sounds, how different sounds involve different parts in the mouth, and how to pronounce all of the consonant sound in English. The place of articulation is important in pronunciation because you must know where to produce sound in order to pronounce them correctly. If you are not pronouncing a consonant correctly, it's probably because the place of articulation is not correct as you are pronouncing the sound. The following are the principal terms used in linguistics to describe the bilabial sound, labiodental sound, uvular sound, dental sound, alveolar sound, palatal sound, glottal sound, and others. Next is manner of articulation. Manner of articulation is the how of making sounds. When learning our first language, we don't usually think about how we make the sounds we do. We just reproduce what we've heard over the first few years of our lives. We make the sounds without thinking how our mouth, tongue, and teeth are doing. Unless we need the additional support of speech therapy. Manner of articulation in second language learning is important because pronunciation doesn't come as naturally as when learning our first language. Manner of articulation consists of nasals. Nasal consonants are created when you completely block airflow through your mouth and let the air pass through your nose. The second one is stops. Like nasal consonant, stop consonants occur when the vocal tract is closed completely. But for stops, the airflow is not redirected through the nose. The third one is fricative. While nasal and stop consonant involve complete blockage of the vocal tract, fricative sounds involve only a partial blockage of the vocal tract so that air has to be forced through a narrow channel. The fourth one is affricative. Affricative consonants start a stop sound with air building up behind an articulator, which then releases through a narrow channel as affricative. The fifth one is approximant. Approximant are when two articulators come close together but not quite close enough to create air turbulence. The resulting sound is more like a fast vowel than anything else. And the last one is lateral. Lateral consonants are when the tongue blocks the middle of your mouth that air has to pass around the sides. Okay, the last material in English consonant, place of articulation and manner of articulation, as well as voice and voiceless consonant sounds is voice consonant require the use of the vocal cords to produce their signature sounds, and voiceless consonant do not use the vocal cords to produce their hard percussive sounds. The fourth material is English consonant. The symbol is the alphabet of the International Phonetic Alphabet Association, known as the International Phonetic Alphabet or IPA. This is a set about 100 alphabet symbols, together with a handful of non-alphabet symbols and about 30 diacritics. They are summarized on the IPA chart and presented, together with the guidelines for their use. And then, what is phonetic transcription? So, phonetic transcription is the use of phonetic symbols to represent speech sound. Ideally, each sound in a spoken utterance is represented by a written phonetic symbols, so as to furnish a record sufficient to render possible the accurate reconstruction of the utterance. The transcription system will in general reflect the phonetic analysis imposed by the transcriber on the material. In particular, the choice of symbol set will tend to reflect decisions about segmentation of the language data and its phonемicization or phonological treatment. The fifth material is the syllable. Syllables are the smallest rhythmic unit of spoken language in English pronunciation and are made up of a vowel or combination. Syllables don't serve any meaning signaling function in a language. They exist only to make speech easier for the brain to process. A word contains at least one syllable. Example syllables in words. The first one is one syllable. For example, rich, fine, tall, thin, and dark. The second one is two syllables. For example, nervous, funny, crazy, famous, and future. The third one is three syllables. For example, magnificent, difficult, fabulous, natural, and mysterious. Syllables are strong, while many others are weak. In weak syllable, the vowel tends to be shorter. A vowel intensity or loudness and different in quality. The sixth material is stress pattern. The first material in stress pattern is stress timing. A stress-timed language is a language where the stress syllables are set at approximately regular intervals, and unstressed syllables shorten to fit this rhythm. The second material in stress pattern is stress in simple words. English word stress is probably best acquired by listening rather than by trying to learn the rules. However, word stress has a profound effect on intelligibility, and there are some rules which can help. The third material in stress pattern is complex word stress. Complex words are of two major types: is The second one is word made from a basic word form, which we will call the stem, with the addition of an affix. And the last one is compound words, which are made of two or occasionally more independent English words. The seventh material is phonemic analysis. The first material is definition of phonemic analysis. Phonemic analysis is the process of analyzing a spoken language to figure out what its phonemes are, what the allophones are of those phonemes, and what each allophone's distribution is. The second material is phonemic analysis problem. Consists of the English vowel system, syllabic consonants, cluster of plosives, schwa, and distinctive features. The eighth material is intonation. The first material is definition of intonation. Intonation is primarily a matter of variation in the pitch of the voice. In such language as English, it is often accompanied by stress and rhythm to produce meaning. The second material is function of intonation, divided into 5, namely. The first one is attitudinal function, next is the grammatical function, the vocation function, the discourse function, and the psychological function. The ninth material is aspect of connected speech. The first material is rhythm. Rhythm is a form, a structure that plays an organizing role in speech. The second material is assimilation. Assimilation refers to the process through which individuals and groups and differing heritage acquire the basic habits, attitudes, and model of life of an embracing culture. The third material is elision. The term elision describes the disappearance of a sound. The fourth material is linking. The marvel where words or sound are linked together. The fifth material is liaison. Liaison refers to the linking of the final consonant of one word with the beginning vowel or vowel sound of the following word. The sixth material is juncture. Juncture is the transition from one segmental phoneme to another. The seventh material is construction, probably the most obvious and best taught features of connected speech in English are contraction. And the last material is speech variation accent. The first material is variation in speech. Every language has a grid how words must be arranged in order to give meaning. Every symbol of a language contains something called meaning or concept. The second material is accent is a language. Accent refers to the different ways a language is spoken by either native or non-native speakers. Accent is very important in how speakers express their identity and how they fit into some social groups while not fitting in with others. Among the over 1 billion speakers of English as a foreign language in expanding circle countries, where English is a classroom language but otherwise has no official governmental role, many distinct English accent exist. That's all from me. Thanks for attention and thanks for watching. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.